Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Okay, 22 students joined. I'll wait. Once again, guys, wait. Actually, today I have told test, IPS test. I'll schedule the test and I'll inform to you. Wait a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon, guys. Actually, today I told I will conduct a test. Actually, I scheduled the test. Before going to the test, just I'll explain one how the problem will be. I won't give the full answer for the problem. I'll give the hint of the problem, and you can solve it in VPropel, right? Am I audible?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are audible.
Yes,
You are
ma'am.
audible.
Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
logic is, uh, if a given number is there, say for example, I'll open one notepad and I'll explain. See, for example, I'm having one number 3467. Okay, it's my number. I want to find the sum of the given number. How do I find the sum of the given number? Sum of the number means what? Here. Say my number is 3467. It is not an individual number. I have given one. So I'll tell in this way. My input is 3467, right? I want to find the sum of the number. Sum of the number means here 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7. So what is the value? 20, isn't it? Can you able to see my notepad?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
how to calculate this value? So say for example, if I given a 4-digit number, and how will find out the individual number and how you can able to add it?
First, we
What is
need
the
to
logic will apply?
get the digit place, ma'am.
So I have to find out the each digit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, place value of the each digit. That means what? I have to get the ones digit, tens, hundreds, thousands. So in ones place, which value is there? 7.
7.
I have to first get 7. Next in tens place, 6 is
6.
there.
6.
Next I have to get hundreds place,
4.
4.
3.
and I have to get that thousands place 3. So if I extract that individual digits of the given number, then only I can able to find out the sum. First I have to extract that. See, I'm having a number. From that number, how can I able to get ones place digit? From
Divided
3467, how I'll get 7?
Modulo 10.
Okay, modulo 10, what it will give? See, for example, if I'm giving 3, 4, 6, 7, modulo of 10, what is the answer I'll get?
7.
Is it correct or not?
Yes, ma'am.
If I divide this number by 10, my remainder becomes 7. Okay, I got 7. Okay, first I got 7. How I'll get 6 next?
modulo 100.
Model of
Module of 100. Okay,
Then we
I
should
can.
divide by,
Okay,
and
wait,
then
wait,
again
wait. So you guys are telling this logic 3, 4, 6, 7 module of 100 equal to 6, and again 3, 4, 6, 7 modulo of 1000.
no, ma'am, no.
But we don't know how many digits the number is.
Yeah,
Ma'am, we
wait,
can
wait.
use a while
Ma'am.
loop.
modulo
Wait.
100 will give 66.
Yes, ma'am. Modulo 100 will give 6, 7.
Ma'am, we
6,
can
7.
use a while loop and store the number in an
New number.
variable and keep adding in the while
Yes,
loop.
yes, yes. One second, please wait. I'll clarify I'll explain the problem to everyone. Say, if I'm going in this way, one of the student told about this, like module of 10, module of 100, module of 1000. Actually, it is not a typical solution for this problem because I don't know that what number I'll give. I may give an input as a 6-digit number or 5-digit number or 4-digit number. So it is not a generic method or it's a general algorithm to solve this problem. So it is wrong. This actually this way solving the way what we have chosen is wrong. So then how we'll do it? This is the way we have to think it of. Okay, I have chosen one method, but it's not a correct way to solve my problem. So I have to check about the other alternative way. How can I?
Ma'am, we can do like this, ma'am.
Mhm.
This 3, 4, 6, 7 we can assign to one variable. Say some a or some variable we can assign, ma'am.
Logic only tell, don't tell the
Okay. Okay. Logic is we'll have one another variable for the total sum of those numbers. So what we can do is that each time we can do integer division by 1000. So we will get 3. Then next we can do integer division by 100 to that number. We will get 4. Like that we can.
Yeah. The same logic what we have discussed. If I am giving 6-digit number, from where you will start?
And we can first find the number, how many number digits, and then we can.
It's very difficult. Again, finding how many digit, again doing that. Is any other logic is there?
Ma'am, first we'll find n mod 10 and store it in, or like we'll store it in sum. Then we'll divide the number by 10. Then we'll get the remaining number, that is 346. Then again we'll divide it by 10 and so and store it in sum. Then we'll get 6 and then the loop will carry on till it is not equal to 0.
Very good. Actually, it is a perfect logic. Say, I'll tell a sample. So 346, what she is telling there, 346, first she is asking to do the modulo of 10. What is the value I'll get? 7. Okay.
7.
Now she is telling that 3467, you do the integer division. Actually, in Python, we are having an integer division. No? What the integer division will give? If I am giving 3467 integer of 10, what is the quotient I'll get?
346.
346 only. I won't get the decimal place. If I am giving 1/, I'll get 346.7. So to eliminate 0.7, I have used the integer division. So I'll get 346 only. So again, this is the first step. Now from 346 again, I have to do the modulo divide, right? Modulo of 10, I'll get 6. Again 346 double slash of 10, I'll get 34, right? Again 34 modulo of 10, I'll get. So is it correct, ma? So we have to repeat this process. Whatever the quotient we are getting, again we have to do the modulo of 10, modulo division of 10 to get the next digit. Again we have to do the integer division to reduce the number. So 34 modulo of 10 will get 4, and again 34 integer division of 10 will get 4, right? Again, what I'm doing, 4 modulo of 10, I'll get the remainder as 4. When I'm doing the integer division of 4 by 10, so I'll get 0. So I have to complete these steps. So I have to start from here. So I have to complete these steps till I'll get my number as equal to 0. So here, only 2 steps I'm using. What are the 2 steps I'm using? A number, I'm doing a modulo of 10, I'm getting the remainder, and a number, I'm doing an integer division, I'm getting the quotient. Again, that quotient, I'm repeating this. Again, that quotient, I'm repeating this. So this 2 statement, I'm repeating for many number of times. So if in the computer, if certain steps is going to be repeated more than 1 time, so which statement we have to use? These two statements is going to be repeat for many times. So in such cases, I have to go for the while. And also I don't know that how many times the loop will execute. Say for example, if I'm giving 5-digit number, the loop will repeat for 5 times. If I'm giving 7-digit number, the loop will repeat for 7 times. If it is 10-digit number, the loop will be repeated for 10 times. So I don't know that how many times the looping statement is going to be executed. Actually, in the loop, I have discussed 2 things, while loop as well as for loop. While loop is when you don't know that how many times your loop is going to be executed, then you have to prefer while loop. When we'll choose the for loop, if you know fixed number of times your loop is going to be if you know that so my loop has to be repeat for 10 times or 20 times, then you have to go for the for loop. So here in our problem, which loop will be suitable?
While loop.
while loop, because I don't know that how many number, what is the size of the number I'm going to be given, right? So while loop is very important. So while loop will be very opt for this problem. So how to define this while loop? So what is the condition here? So I have to repeat this process till my number becomes 0. If right, my condition is when my number is equal to 0, then I have to stop my process. So if I'm going to use the while loop, what are the 3 things I have to do? I have to initialize, I have to check the condition, I have to do the increment, isn't it? Here instead of increment, I am decrementing the size of the number, right? Say for example, I'm getting the number read n. So just pseudo collate. I'm reading the number. After reading the number, what I'm doing? So I'm putting in the while loop while the number is greater than 0, I have to do this stop. Okay, while n is greater than 0, if when n becomes 0 or less than 0, I have to stop this loop. For that reason, I am writing that. In the while loop, what are the things I am going to be give? So I'm taking the number. So what I'm doing? Remainder equal to, I'm getting the remainder equal to a number modulo of 10. Okay, so afterwards what I'm doing? N equal to n double slash of 10. So what is this remainder means? So here a number modulo of 10, I'll get remainder as 7. Next one is again the same number n. I am doing the integer division of 10, I'll get 346, right? Again, this process is going to be here. I am going to be add this remainder because I want the sum of the number, no? So remainder equal to remainder plus, sorry, total, okay, whatever it is, sum equal to sum plus remainder. So I want the sum of n numbers, no? So every remainder I am adding with the sum. So if we are giving this accumulation, then I have to initialize the value equal to 0, sum equal to 0. So I am adding the remainder every time, and n value is decremented 1 digit. Again, after decrementing, again the loop goes and it checks us whether n is greater than 0. Yes means again nu n. That means from 3467 we reduced into 346. Now 346 is modulo of 10. The remainder will get 6, and again I am decrementing my n with 1 digit. That 6 will be added with the sum. Again it is repeating. Now 34 is greater than 0, then 34 modulo of 10 I'll get 4, right? So remainder is 4. Again 34 is reduced in 1 digit, I'll get 4, and the 4 will be added in the sum. Again 4 greater than 0, so 4 modulo of 10, remainder I'll get 4. Again 4 integer division of 10, I'll get 0. So now the 4 is added with that number. Sorry, 3 is added with the number. Again, now when n becomes 0, then the loop will come out. Then finally, I'll print it. So can you able to follow this? Any doubt? This is a simple one. Here, if a given number is given, I'm taking an individual digit from the number and I'm adding. Can you able to follow this? Any doubt? Guys? Answer me. If you didn't follow, once again I'll repeat.
No, ma'am.
Everyone clear?
Yes.
Everyone. If you didn't understand, please inform to me now. Okay, guys. Now open the vPropel. Everyone, please open the vPropel. Log into vPropel. Have you logged into vPropel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you seen
Yes,
any
ma'am.
problem there? Go to attend a test, take a test or something. Is the problem is visible to you?
No, ma'am.
No, ma.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
1 second. You cannot be able to see the problem? Yes?
No, ma'am. Still not visible, ma'am.
Guys, now refresh your vPropel and check.
Yes, ma'am, it came.
So please read the problem and just check the environment in the vPropel. A box will be the first box is for PAC and second box is for writing either algorithm or pseudocode. And you will have one black color screen. No? There you have to write the Python code. Down you will have a execution process. Can anyone share your screen? I'll explain.
Okay, ma'am.
Who is talking? Prince.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute. You will share your screen.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, is this visible?
No, no.
Wait a second. Visible, ma'am? Is this visible?
No, ma. I will know how to share the screen. Down desktop, you put, share the desktop, total
Ma'am,
desktop.
is the screen visible?
No. Others, whether you can able to see his screen.
No, ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give rights to, now it's coming.
Oh,
It's blank.
okay, ma'am.
Blank, again you share the screen. Stop again, close this, right. Log in to the test. Guys, please follow how to take the test. Slowly go.
Okay.
After login, you will get the page like that. Here, there will be a menu like a home, attend a test, a profile, view max, logout. Here you have to Sam Prince move a cursor, click attend test. So please guys, click attend a test. Sam, do it.
Yes. Yes,
Click,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
click. After clicking, you will have MCQ as well as programming test. Choose programming test.
Yes, ma'am.
Choose a programming test. Scroll down your screen. So when you click that programming test, you will have a page like that, a programming test, and actually it is a IPS test in lab practice problem. This is the followed by parenthesis your class number, and time duration is given as 45 minutes, and time and starting time, ending time is given. So to start the test, you have to click take this test. Click take this test.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so after clicking that, you will have a page like that. Here first the problem is given. Divisibility is the name of the problem, and I have given the problem. I'll read out the problem. Given a number x, so like any number like 1, 2, 3, 4, like now discussed now 3, 4, 6, 7. Write an algorithm or pseudocode and Python program to check whether the given number x is divisible by the sum of the digits of x. That means what? Say previously we have took one problem, one number 3, 4, 6, 7. The sum of the digits is 20. We have to check whether the 20 is divisible that number 3, 4, 6, 7. If it is divisible, a number is divisible, then it has to you have to print as divisible. Otherwise, you have to that not divisible. Actually, here the output you have to print uh, divisible or not divisible. That is the test case I have given for this problem, right? Please try to understand the problem. If I am giving one number 3, 4, 6, 7, you have to find out the sum of the number. Sum of the number is 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 equal to 20. And again, the 20, you have to check whether the 20 is divisible by 3, 4, 6, 7. 3, 4, 6, 7 divided by 20, it is not divisible. Definitely will get the remainder. Okay, if you get remainder, then you will tell that the number is not divisible. Otherwise, you have to print it divisible. How your test case will be, okay, I'll tell the test case later. And here that input format also I have given. See here, example also I have given 1, 2, 3, 4 is not divisible because the sum of the digits of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10, but 10 is not divisible for 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to print that it is not divisible, right? And your input format is number and output format is this, like the same format you have to, your print statement should have the same thing, capital D, I, V, I, S, I, B, L, E. And if it is not divisible, your print statement should have a capital N, O, T, space, divisible, D, I, V, I, S, I, B, L, E. So this input out format is very, very important. So your program should take input only a number. There should not be any message. And your output, if it is divisible by your logic, you have to print this same format, what is given in the codes. And in the print, you should give the same thing. In codes, divisible. And if it is not divisible, you have to print this. Actually, this is the question. Scroll down, ma. Slowly scroll down. Sam. You will have 4 boxes. First box is for, actually this is PAC box. Input, output, processing. If there is any alternative, you can fill. Here, these are all the things are editable. You can type, but you are not permitted to do the cut and copy here. You cannot able to do copy paste here. So you have to type that, like a PAC already you practice in the same way how to fill this. Input, what is needed for the problem, what is the output. Output is either divisible or not divisible, and what is the logic you are going to be used. And algorithm or pseudocode. Here next box, here in this box, you have to type either algorithm or pseudocode. A proper algorithm, pseudocode, you have to type. Scroll ma. Scroll down. Still scroll down. Okay. Stop it. Actually, this black box, what you can able to see, it is called as a Python editor. Okay, you have to type the program here, and if you want to increase the size of the text character, you can increase the font. And by default, the Python editor compiler interpreter is given here, and you don't need to choose anything. Otherwise, you can keep all the things as it is. Here, you can type the program. Scroll down. You have to type the program, and you have to save it. After typing the program, by clicking this, you can save. Okay. After saving, here this is the blue color. Green is for saving your program, and blue color is nothing but executing the code. So here in the vPropel itself, Python interpreter is embedded, enabled inside. When you are executing the code, it will show, if it is error, it will show error. Otherwise, it will test your test cases. If your test case is passed in green color, you will get the message that your test case is passed. And what is meant by a test case? Test case is nothing but already how I explained to you. If I am giving 1, 2, 3, 4 number, and your output should be not divisible. Okay. If I am giving a divisible number, like some other example, divisible number like 550. If I am giving a number 550, it is divisible by 10. So it is divisible. So your output should be either divisible or not divisible. And this option is click here to check out with your own input output. Actually, I have given 2 test cases. One is called as a private test cases. Another one is called as a public test cases. Private test cases, what I have given in the example, in the problem. Sam, you go scroll up. Go to the question. Yeah, here the public test cases 1, 2, 3, 4 I have given. 1, 2, 3, 4, the answer you will get is not divisible. It is a public. Okay. Private test cases means another number without knowing to all, I have given as a private. Please scroll down. That is a private test cases. So 2 test cases your program has to be passed. So when you are executing, automatically it will tell that sometimes public test case will be passed, or private test case will be failed. It will intimate to you. Please come down. Scroll down. Come to the editor part below that execution. Sam. Yes. Here, if you want to test your own input output, you can check box this, and there will be a box will come. What is the input you want to give and what is the output you are expecting that. If you are giving that, then it will tell that whether your input output matching or not. And finally, you can get your answer, the status. And after completing things, I think by clicking this, you will get a logout. You have to go to the home page to do the logout. And every time when you are doing, please save it. And if you are changing over this screen, definitely you will be logged out. Changeover is not permitted. You should not move out from the screen. Okay. So once if you entered into the screen, you are not permitted to open any other pages, website or any other screen. Automatically you will be logged out. Right? Don't use any other keys. Even short keys also don't use it. If even short keys also, the screen will be jump out, then you will be logged out. And copy paste is not permitted. And how much time remaining, it will also be displayed here. I think 45 minutes only I given, already 37 students, 37 minutes only left over. Please start doing. Sam, you can do it. If you stop screen and you just start doing.
Ma'am, we just have to write the code now.
And one more thing, please. First, initially, don't write the code. You have to write the PAC chart and pseudocode. After completing PAC chart and pseudocode, last only you have to come to the program. Once your program executed, automatically the page will be submitted, and you don't have a time, you don't have a provision to fill your PAC and pseudocode. Again, I'm telling that the weightage for mark is actually for this IPS, there is no mark weightage. It's for practice only. For PAT, CAT and PAT, I'm telling that 60% of the mark goes for the PAC as well as pseudocode. 99% students are doing the same mistake. First they will write the code and they will execute. That's all. They cannot able to fill the PAC as well as the pseudocode. Don't do this mistake. Step by step you go. Once your program submitted, you cannot able to view your page. Automatically your question will be submitted. Start doing. Any doubt?
Ma'am, I accidentally wrote the code first.
Don't execute. If you written the code, just save it and complete the remaining part.
I already did that too.
Submitted.
Yes, it executed and submitted. I didn't expect
Very
it.
good, very good. Okay, whether I ask you to do like that?
No,
You can't, again, you can't able to get it. Next exam, you write the PAC and Sudoku. Any other doubt? Hello, guys. Those who completed, I'll share one. I'll give one problem. Please do it. Those who completed, you can work out this problem. Is that the problem is visible?
Ma'am.
Yes.
To submit the test, ma'am.
Pardon?
How to submit the test, ma'am?
You no need to submit the test. If your what we call, if your test case is passed, automatically it will submit. If time over, that program what you did, it will be saved.
Okay, ma'am.
You could not able to complete your test case, just to save it and log out.
Okay, ma'am.
Understand what I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am.
completed the test?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am.
Time over? Is it time over?
No, ma'am.
Still
The
it
time is
there?
still left.
Hmm?
15 minutes.
Okay, okay, do it, do it. Any doubt? Guys, how many of them executed the code? Raise your hands. That means success.
Ma'am, it came successful and then the screen disappeared. So is it successful or?
Yes, yes. If the code executed, you cannot able to see the problem once again. That's why I told that don't do the code first, because once if it is executed, you cannot able to fill the PAC as well as the algorithm and pseudocode.
Okay,
Even
ma'am.
if you are doing the code also, please save it, don't execute, and complete the PAC and algorithm pseudocode, and last you execute the code. After completing, please inform. I think still time is there. If time overs, then I'll explain one more problem.
Ma'am, it says successful.
Correct?
Ma'am, it says successful.
No problem. Successful and executed means automatically the page will be submitted.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, which question you have given now?
You complete the test, I'll explain one more problem. Not in the V problem, simply I'll discuss.
Okay.
Done? Completed? Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Still time is there?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have submitted, but it's not showing anything. Look,
That I am telling that's one. That is the one from the beginning, no? You submitted your problem will be submitted. You cannot able to again take the problem.
ma'am, I'm not like it's just I have entered the code, and when I executed it, it's showing your code is successful. So basically, it's giving it's taken input as 1, 2, 3, 4, and expected output is not visible, and my program is perfect. But after that, I can't. What should I do?
That's all. If your test case, if your program logic is correct, and if it is test case is passed, automatically it will be submitted. That's all.
That it isn't happening, ma'am. That's what I'm asking.
Pardon? Pardon?
Ma'am, it isn't submitting. Like it's showing is not visible, but it is not submitting.
Is any error you are getting?
No, ma'am.
So after executing, what is the thing you are getting in on your screen?
Ma'am, I'm getting 3 things. Status as input is taken 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, ma'am.
Have you
In the
clicked your own? Have you clicked your check own input output? Disable that checkbox.
Yes, ma'am. Both check boxes are disabled. The expected output is not divisible. It's showing, and it's also displaying your program output is the number is not visible.
Yeah, it's not your program output and expected output is not matching.
So I should match them both, then it will
Yes.
submit.
You check that what is the expected output, maybe space or is case sensitive. N it should be capital letter like that. You check your expected output as well as program output. And your program output is not equivalent to the expected output, go to the program and change according to it.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you submit the code?
Karan? Who is talking?
Ma'am, it has submitted. The test submitted.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Still, how many of them are pending to complete? Is it over? I think time over. It's more than 45 minutes it is. I have started the test at 2:40, I think. 45 minutes only duration. I think this time it would have become time will be over. Okay, shall I start? I think that is exam is closed. Time over, and it might be closed. Okay, guys, read this problem. Water in a dam. Please read this problem. So the problem is a city has a dam of capacity X liters. Okay. Water comes to the dam from N places. Given the value of N and the quantity of water in liters and milliliters separately that comes from N places, Design an algorithm and write the Python code to determine the total amount of water in the dam. This is the problem. And assume that the total quantity of water will be always less than the capacity of the dam. So that water should not go over more than the capacity of the dam. Say here the test case is given. That means the sample is given. If from 3 places, suppose if the water is comes to the dam, and the water from place 1 is 2 liters 500 ml, and second place is 3 liter 400 ml, and third place is 1 liter 70 ml, and the total quantity of the water in the dam is say here. First we'll add a milliliter 700, 500, 400. So how much we'll get? 1600. So 1000 milliliter is equal to 1 liter. So it will be added, the carry will be added to the liter, and milliliter is displayed as a 600 ml, and we have to count the liters 1, 3 as well as 1. So that is already 1, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 2. Okay. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So the total water in the dam is 7 liter 600 ml. Can you understand the problem? You have to take the input. So which format you have to take the input? First one is you have to take from how many places the water is coming, that is n. So then from the first place, how much liter it is coming, how many milliliter is coming. Again, similarly, second place, how many liters coming and how many milliliter coming, and third place, like that n number of places you have to give liters as well as milliliter. So this is the input format. Output, what you have to get, simply how to print the output number of liters as well as the number of milliliter. How will do this? It's very simple problem. Anyone please explain this problem? Tell the PAC of this problem. Guys, anyone please tell me the PAC of this problem.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first
Yes.
we have to get the input, like number of places.
Yes.
Then compute the total milliliters.
First tell me the input format. Why you are mixing all the things? Input is
Number of places, number of liters, and number of milliliters.
Yeah, from see, first we have to take the n value. We have to read the n value. That is, n represents from how many number of places the water is coming. Afterwards,
Yes, ma'am.
first
Number
place liter milliliter. Again,
second
place liter milliliter, etc. I have to give liter milliliter for n number of places. This is the input format. Processing is what?
milliliters equal to total milliliters, then
So
modulo of
first we
1000.
have to, pardon, repeat. Repeat. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We have to add all the milliliter first of all, right?
Total milliliters.
Yes, total milliliter. After adding total milliliter, you have to put your own if condition, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether the milliliter value is greater than 1000 or less than 1000. If it is greater than 1000, what you have to do? Total milliliter divided by 1000, you will get again the quotient. You will use the integer division as well as you have to use the modulo operator, isn't it? So the modulo operator, it gives that by dividing the total milliliter by 1000, how many milliliters you are getting, and integer division will give that how many liters it is having. So that liters you have to add it with the total liters what you have taken as an input. Finally, you have to print this. Print in the format of liter and milliliter. Understand? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, this problem take it as a homework. And one more problem also I will give. Take this problem also. So what is this problem? Say for example, if I am giving the number 122, then the reverse number, it should be divisible, divides this number. Say for example 122, reverse is 221. Whether 2 divides 122, yes. Again 2 divides 122, yes. 1 divides 122, yes. Okay. So you have to tell that whether so output is, if it is not divides, then you have to print no factors. Say for example 367. 367 reverse order 763. Whether 7 is divisible, divide 367, no. So you have to tell that no factor. And similarly, we take another example, 263. Whether the reverse order 362, whether 3 is divides 267, no, then no factor. So like that you have to print. If that digits divides the number, then you have to write that the corresponding reverse number. Otherwise, you have to tell that no factor. Take this problem also homework.
Ma'am, please may you show the first problem once again.
Okay, I'll show it. First copy this.
Okay, ma'am.
Guys, have you copied this problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll show the first problem. Those who didn't copy it, please copy it. Okay, is it over? Done? Okay. I'll take the attendance. Your attendance, Praveen,
Yes, ma'am.
Shyam Sundar,
Yes, ma'am.
Srinivasan,
Yes, ma'am.
Trivedia,
Present, ma'am.
Srikanth,
Present, ma'am.
Kevin,
Present, ma'am.
Karthik, V. Karthik,
Present, ma'am.
Lava Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Nitesh,
Present, ma'am.
Nitesh.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Bhavana,
Present, ma'am.
Sai Lakshmi,
Present, ma'am.
Akshay,
Present, ma'am.
Mohammad Adil,
Present, ma'am.
Sanjay, Ashwath Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Lakshya,
Present, ma'am.
Swarnalata,
Present, ma'am.
Ayush,
Present, ma'am.
Siddharth,
Present, ma'am.
Karthik, Karthik, Sharon,
Present, ma'am.
Sam Prince,
Present, ma'am.
Sujapriya,
Present, ma'am.
Alagiri, Arnif,
Present, ma'am.
Venkatasai,
Present, ma'am.
Karthikeyan,
Present, ma'am.
Varshini, Varshini, Shravan Smith,
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Gaganya Mogan, Dhriti,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Sebastian,
Yes, ma'am.
Siddharth,
Present, ma'am.
Vignesh, Vignesh, Tejas,
Present, ma'am.
Shyam Sundar, Shyam Sundar, Hitesh, Hitesh,
Ma'am, he is present. Ma'am, he is present and his mic is not working.
Sony,
Present, ma'am.
Yuvika,
Present, ma'am.
Veena Sri,
Present, ma'am.
Sheikh Muhammad, Mohammad Sohail,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha,
Present, ma'am.
Lasya,
Present, ma'am.
Nitin,
Present, ma'am.
Fatima,
Present, ma'am.
Abhinav, Abhinav, Praneeth,
Present, ma'am.
Harshita,
Present, ma'am.
Niharika,
Present, ma'am.
Monica,
Present, ma'am.
Varun,
Present, ma'am.
Angeline,
Present, ma'am.
Satyamadi,
Present, ma'am.
Deepan,
Present, ma'am.
Rajveer,
Present, ma'am.
Deepkar,
Present, ma'am.
Sudhansh,
Present, ma'am.
Shruti, Shruti, Pratik, Gautam,
Present, ma'am.
Tanishka,
Present, ma'am.
Prem Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek, Abhishek, Harshit. So today absent is Harshit, Abhishek, Pratik, Shruti, Praneeth, sorry, not Praneeth, Abhinav, Abhinav Mishra, Hitesh, sorry, Hitesh present, Shyam Sundar absent, Vignesh absent, Varshini absent, Alagri absent, Karthik absent, Sanjay Kumar absent. Okay, guys, any doubts, please ask. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next class.
Ma'am, that PPT uploading.
Are they up to